Farm friends. Today we're going to read one of my favorite stories that my pre-K teacher read to me when I was a little girl, like 4 or 5 years old, and it's called "No Roses for Harry," and it's by Jean Zion. Harry was a white dog with black spots. On his birthday, he got a present from his grandma. It was a wool sweater with roses on it. Harry didn't like it the moment he saw it. He did not like roses. When he tried it on, he felt cozy and snug, but he still didn't like the roses. He thought it was the silliest sweater he had ever seen. The next day, when Harry went into town with the children, he wore his new sweater. When people saw it, they laughed. When dogs saw it, they barked. Harry made up in his mind then and there he would lose Grandma's present. When they went into the big store to shop, the children took off his sweater and let him carry it. This was just what Harry wanted. First, he tried to lose it in the pet department. He was his sweater because he did not like it. But a man found it and gave it back. Then he tried to lose it in the grocery department. He tried to lose it at the grocery store. But a lady found it and gave it back. He tried to lose it in the flower department. But a little boy found it and gave it back. The children didn't let Harry carry it anymore. They probably thought he wasn't being responsible, right, friends? They just made him wear it. As he started home, Harry was beginning to think he would never lose it. When he got home, his friends were waiting to play with him, but Harry didn't feel like playing, so they left him alone. As he sat wondering what to do, Harry noticed a loose stitch in his sweater. He pulled at the wool just a little at first, then a little bit more, and then a little bit more. Harry didn't know it, but a bird was watching. In a minute, Harry had pulled out quite a long piece of the wool. The end of it lay in the grass behind him, and suddenly the bird flew down. As she took the end of the wool in her beak and flew away with it. It all happened before Harry could even blink. The sweater began to disappear right before Harry's eyes. First one leg, then the neck, then the other leg, and then the back. And then finally, the whole thing was just one long piece of wool flying off into the sky. The sweater was gone. Harry could hardly believe it. He barked and jumped with joy and ran out of the yard. String until it unraveled the whole sweater. He ran down the street barking thank you to the bird over and over again. The bird and the wool were just a tiny speck in the sky, but Harry kept following them. Look at all the people at the store wondering what's going on. He came home thirsty and tired and was having a drink in the kitchen when Grandma ran in. "We got a letter from Grandma," one of them said. "She's coming to visit us," shouted the other. Harry thought of the sweater. and his tail dropped. Before Grandma came, the family looked everywhere for the sweater. They wanted her to see how nice Harry looked in it. And of course they couldn't find it, but only Harry knew why. And Harry couldn't tell them, guys, because dogs can't talk. When Grandma arrived, Harry ran to her with his leash. Then he sat up and begged. "All right, Harry," said Grandma. "After I've had my lunch and my nap, we'll go for a walk." That afternoon, Harry and Grandma and the children started their walk, and Harry barked happily and pulled up toward the park. What do you guys think happened to the sweater? Park, Harry pulled harder. The children let him off the leash and he ran on ahead. He seemed to be looking for something. All at once, he stopped under a big tree. He looked up and began to bark and wag his tail. Grandma and the children came running. They got onto the tree and looked up too. Suddenly, one of the children said, "I see a nest. It's made of wool," said the other, "and it has roses just like Harry's sweater," they shouted together. "It is Harry's sweater," exclaimed Grandma. Just then a bird looked out of the nest. "Look, Grandma," shouted the children. Harry gave his sweater to the bird. I wonder how he did that," said Grandma. The bird sang and Harry wagged his tail harder than ever. At Christmas, Harry got a present from Grandma. It was a new sweater, and Harry liked this one very much. When he tried it on, he felt cozy and snug as the bird in the nest. But best of all, it was white with black spots. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I really did. So I want you guys to have a good day, okay? Love you. Bye.